very much. Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to pick a fight with me because he's got problems with authority. Madam Timer, could we have 1 minute on the clock? The reason I'm asking for you to have a minute, just in case you don't know, is that everyone should have been equipped with a small sheet of paper. That sheet of paper comes with a brand new technology that's called perforated tabs. It allows you to break it into small parts. One of those tabs says speaker number 1 on it, and you just had an opportunity to listen to our speaker number 1. Now, our speaker number 1 will get a formal evaluation at the end of the meeting. Somebody listened to it and wrote to a note, and they'll get up here and they'll say, hey, you did a good job, you did all that sort of stuff, which is great. But Toastmasters has sort of a twofer as far as the evaluations. You have an opportunity to scribble down notes to today's presenter and provide them with your personal feedback. So even though you're not giving the formal evaluation, you can still communicate to them what you thought about their speech. Generally, what you want to put on your little scrap of paper is 2 things. Number 1, what was the best part of their speech? What's the one part of their speech that's going to stick in your brain the longest? Let them know what worked for you. And then the second thing that you want to put on your note is, hey, if I had Marcel come back up here right now and give that exact same speech again, what would you want him to do differently the second time? All right? So those are the 2 pieces of information that would have the most value to Marcel. So with the little scrap of paper, just whip out your pen, scribble on it. Mind you, we're going to use another one of those scraps of paper here in just a moment. After our second speaker, you'll have a chance to vote on which one of our speakers you thought did the best job today. Now, each one of these speeches is trying to do something different. Marcel was trying to introduce himself to the club in speech number 1. Eric's going to be giving speech number 43, which is sort of interesting. Or something along those lines. We'll have to see what it is. Remember, Mother's Day comes up this Sunday, which happens to be every year on the 2nd Sunday in May. Go figure that. Mother's Day has not always existed. Some people thought it did, but no, it didn't. It was actually a lady back in 1905 in West Virginia. Her mother died. Oh, that's very sad. But she said, look, I should want to come up with a way to honor the memory of my mother. So she started having a Mother's Day event just there in West Virginia. But then she started campaigning and saying, I think this is a good thing. I think we should do it nationwide. So she got a bill taken to Congress. 1905, I think you just walked to Washington and did it for you. And the congressional people said no. And they joked among themselves, if we did that, then we'd have to come up with like a Mother-in-Law Day. And nobody wants to do that. So it didn't look like we were going to have a Mother's Day there for a while. But we'll have to find out how that happens later on. Today I would like